Welcome back to Understanding Globalization Through Case Studies. Today we're going to continue the focus on IBM and talk about some of the steps and processes towards globalization that IBM Corporation has taken. Obviously, many changes have to occur within an organization, changes in management, changes in thinking, and in some of the previous sessions we've talked about the capabilities that are required for a corporation to go global. And today we're going to focus a little bit on some of the processes preparing and an inside look at how IBM approaches globalization. And we're very fortunate to have with us today a senior executive from IBM Japan, General Manager of Global Services within IBM Japan Corporation, Mr. Peter Kirby. Welcome, Peter. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you do at IBM, what your role involves, and just a little bit of background of your role within the organization.
Thank you for having me here today, Patricia. I just would like to introduce my business unit is Global Business Services, and it's the consulting, system design, system development, and application management part of IBM Japan. And my name is Peter Kirby, by the way.
Well, thanks for joining us. And I know that you've brought a few presentation slides for us. Maybe we could start, if you wouldn't mind giving, from your perspective, some background about IBM as a company. What kind of a company it is, and just so that we can gain some understanding of the scope and the focus of IBM as a organization.
Certainly. I think there are a lot of misconceptions about IBM and what IBM is and does now. For instance, this laptop I have here is no longer one of IBM's. We sold that business a few years ago. And we're no longer in the storage business and some other areas that we've moved out of. But let me talk a little bit about the broader IBM Corporation. Brought some slides here. The company is coming up on 100 years old, established 1914, based in Armonk, New York, and Sam Palmisano is our chairman, has been chairman for a few years now. We're just shy of $100 billion in revenue, and about 10% of that is net income in 2007. I think more importantly, we're operating in 170 countries with over 350,000 employees. I joined the company through an acquisition of a smaller company, quite a bit smaller, 300 people, so we jumped into a much larger entity. IBM Japan, which is where I've been based for the past few years, actually had its 70th anniversary in Japan last year, which I think is a real milestone for a foreign affiliated or gaishike company. Other companies that are similar age would include Toyota and Canon. So for a foreign affiliated company, is quite old. Roppongi is the headquarters, and Otoshi-san is our chairman, and the number of employees is in terms of group is a little bit bigger than that, but in the range of 30,000 people. So not quite 10% of the overall IBM.
Mm-hmm. So when you joined the company, I mean, you came into it through, I guess, a part of the whole globalization process. How different was that? Was IBM's approach to globalization perhaps than to your former organization? Was there a lot of, what kind of challenges were faced in integrating those two perspectives?
Well, I think one of the drivers of IBM being more globally integrated is a shift in the business mix in IBM. So maybe if we go to the slide here, we used to be much more in the lower end of the chart, the component value, technology, manufacturing, and then the infrastructure area in terms of real hardware and software. Well, over the years, IBM has shifted considerably from being a hardware and software company to being much more of a software and services company. So the mix has changed quite a bit. And in the services space, moving further up the value chain in terms of business value. So we've been disinvesting in some areas that are more hardware infrastructure related and investing in these business value areas. The acquisition of PricewaterhouseCoopers Consulting 5 years ago being one of those examples. In that kind of services space, when your clients are global enterprises, a certain level of global standardization and integration is required to serve those clients in the right way. And so I think part of our shift from technology and hardware to services has driven our need to be much more globally integrated in terms of delivering those services and serving our clients.
Great. So how important is services to IBM?
If we look again at the charts,